Hello friends, welcome to JavaFx GUI tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how to use ScrollPane and how to set a scrollable content so that you can view a document which cannot fit in a stage. So here we will learn how to construct a ScrollPane, then how to set a scrollable content. If you see here, this one is the ScrollPane, and we know that this is our stage, and the scrollable content is an image. A ScrollPane provides scroll bars to perform scrolling of the content. Scroll bar, you may have an idea because in our previous example we created a scroll bar and we saw how it produces values uniformly. So since the scroll bar produces values uniformly, you can use the scroll bar to scroll the document content. No matter how big the content to be scrolled, the ScrollPane with the aid of scroll bar makes you view any part of the content. So that's why here we are stating no matter how big the content is, using the scroll bar we can scroll the content. And since we are going to use the ScrollPane will take care of what is the min and max value that needs to be set on the scroll bar which is equipped with the ScrollPane. So you no need to worry about setting up the scroll bar with all the property like we did in our previous example. ScrollPane will decide what is these values based on the content you supply to the ScrollPane. So using the ScrollPane, you can scroll an image. Let's state this is your stage and this is your ScrollPane. So inside a stage you can decide how big the ScrollPane will be so that you can put other controls and you can show the stage. So the outer one is the stage, or we can state the outer one is the window. Inside we will be having a ScrollPane. Then you can provide a document that you want to scroll. So let's state that this is an image file, and if you see here inside the ScrollPane you are viewing a portion of a document. So you are seeing only portion of the document, but the yellow region, so this is a image, and if you see this image cannot be fit in a stage as well. So if you don't want to stretch or compress and scale, or if you want to view the original image document without any stretching or scaling, then the document will not fit in your ScrollPane and it will not fit in the window as well, stage as well. So that's why even though it doesn't fit in the ScrollPane, with the aid of scroll bars, a ScrollPane will provide a scroll bar. Using this scroll bar you can perform scrolling. So for example here you will be seeing the thumbs, right, scroll thumb, and you know how a scroll bar will generate the value. So you can move the scroll thumb, or you can click the arrow button, or you can use the black increment decrement region. So using those you can scroll the portion of the document so that you can view a different portion of the image by making use of the scrolling. So here we just took an image file as an example. So the document can be anything. You can also scroll a text or HTML document. So you can perform scrolling of the text based document as well. So here if you see the document, if it is a text based document, you can perform a weight wrap so that the lines will automatically get aligned to a specific width. Or even if you want to provide scrolling for horizontal as well as vertical, that's also okay. But here, since scrolling horizontal will be annoying, so usually for a text-based document, people will use the scroll pane with only the vertical scrolling option. And if you see here, you can move the document up and down, and you can view different portion of the document. So both are same technique. Here in image, it is not meaningful if you perform wrapping, that will collapse your image. So usually for image we will go with both the scroll bar, and in this example we are going to scroll an image using the scroll pen. One can adjust the size of the scroll pen using the set preferred size. So if you see here, this is the stage. Using the set preferred size, you can decide the size of the pen which scrolls the content, or we can simply say you can decide the size of the scroll pen. So once you decide the size, you can provide more room inside the stage so that you can make use of the available space to house some other controls. The method setContent will take the node that needs to be scrolled. So here if you see, the node will be image, and here the node will be any text document, text area, whatever it is, or it can be even some other container or layout manager which houses a lot of other control. So that also you can give it to a scroll pane to perform scrolling, or a big form based document which contains many UI control equipped inside a layout manager. Then that layout manager or the parent node given to the scroll pane. Now let's look at the example. Here if you see, we are creating a flow pane as we did previously. Then we are giving this flow pane to the scene. So this way we are constructing the scene. The scene is managed by the flow pane, and the scene we are giving the size of 900, grass 500, width 900, height 506. Then we are creating a image, get class, get resource as stream. Then we are giving the path, and this way we construct the image, and we give that image to construct a image view. So this image can be shorter than this containment area, or it can be even bigger. Let's for example, let's take the image width is 2000 and height is 1200, just for an example. And you can see that this image cannot fit inside the stage. Now, so to make it viewable, we will make use of ScrollPane and scroll bar support so that user can view any portion of the image by scrolling the content. So we create a ScrollPane and we give the preferred size width 700 and height 450. And if you see here, this is stage is 900 in width and our ScrollPane is 700 in width. Right, it will fit inside the stage. Similarly, height also we kept somewhat lesser than the scene's height. And if you see, this is our stage is 900 and stage height is 506, and in which the preferred size for our ScrollPane is 450 and width is 700. So we constructed the ScrollPane, then we set its size. After that, we already have the image view, right? Image view is constructed based on the image, and we are giving that image view to the ScrollPane. So now ScrollPane will take care of scrolling this big size image. So here if you see, this is the horizontal scroll bar and this is the vertical scroll bar. The scroll bars are not visible in this screenshot. When we go to the demo, that time you can clearly see. So using the scroll thumb, you can scroll the image. So here is the scroll thumb. So it's not visible in this screenshot. And when we go to the demo, that time you can clearly see the scroll bar, and using that you can scroll the content of the image and view different portion of the image. Now let's go to the demo. Here we are showing we're setting the title as well as showing the stage. Now let's go to the demo. All right, now we will copy the example scroll bar. And we will name it as a ScrollPane. And we will create the class. So as usual, deleting the content and removing the unused imports. So scene is ready. Scene was created based on FlowPane. Next, we need to create an image, and if you see, here is the image, and you can look at the dimension 1280 into 960. That means width 1280. 1280 will not fit here, and for that we will go with the ScrollPane. First we will take this image. So here I am copying it. So now the image is in the clipboard. We will create a folder here. So if you see, this is the folder structure. If you go to Windows Explorer, you will be seeing tube, one folder, coding, one folder. Inside that you will be having examples. Inside that you will be having JavaFx UI, and here inside JavaFx UI you will be having one more folder called images. And I'm right clicking here and pasting our image. So this is the sea blue image, which is a subfolder of the specific location. And if you see here from the tooltip, tube, coding, examples, JavaFx UI. So that way, now here we'll be seeing images folder after JavaFx UI. I will place the cursor once again, and you can look at the tooltip. Right. Now we will go ahead and create the image view out of this sea blue image. So here if you see, I'm using images. Why? Because at present I'm here at this location, JavaFx UI package or JavaFx UI folder. Inside this UI folder, I have to go to images folder, and inside images folder I can find a sea blue. So that's the relative path. Here I am specifying get resource as stream. So now this will be treated as a resource for our JavaFx GUI project, and in that project we will be creating multiple files to learn the JavaFx UI. And the cblue.jpg is treated as resource, and from this image resource we are we are constructing the image. Get class, this class, get resource as stream. So this one, it will be read and returned in the form of stream, and that stream is given to the image class constructor, and this way we are constructing the image. So image is ready. Once image is ready, we can simply create the image view by passing the image. So now our image view is ready, which represents the image whatever we copied. Now here if you see, we create ScrollPane. ScrollPane is from JavaFX scene control ScrollPane. Previously we learned lot of layout manager, and now here there's a ScrollPane will manage a single content, and it performs scrolling support. So we created a ScrollPane, and we set preferred size 700, 450. This is width, and this one is height, and this will definitely fit inside our scene. Our scene is based out of FlowPane. FlowPane is given to scene, and for the FlowPane we are giving the scrolling content. Here if you see, this is ScrollP. For ScrollP set content, we are giving the image view. ScrollP image view. Image view we given it to ScrollPane. ScrollPane now knows what content it needs to scroll. So it needs to scroll an image. So the image is represented by this cblue.jpg, and the ScrollPane is given to our FlowPane control, and FlowPane now has a node called ScrollPane, and the ScrollPane will scroll this image. Alright, all the scene graph is constructed. Now we will show the stage, of course after setting the title. So here if you say, we are setting the title as ScrollPane example, and after that we are showing the stage, primary stage.show. Primary stage shows the FlowPane. FlowPane knows it contains ScrollPane, so it shows the ScrollPane. ScrollPane knows it manages the content image view, and image view is nothing but the sea blue image. So in this example, we are going to scroll the sea blue image. Now we will build it. We will run the file. Before that, let me look at the sea blue JPEG images. All right, now we will run the file. And here, if you see, this is our ScrollPane, and it provides a scroll bar. So this one is the vertical scroll bar, and this one is the horizontal scroll bar. Using this, I can scroll the image, right? So this image, we can't fit inside this window. Even if you maximize it, the image will be somewhat bigger. That's why we are using the ScrollPane to scroll it. Now let's reduce the insets. 5, 5, 5, 5. Then horizontal vertical gap here not required at all, but anyhow let it be there. This is 900, 506, right? We will pack it tightly so that, let me keep it as 860 gap. Okay, 860, and here let me give 480. So let me rebuild this, and we will run the file. So here adjusted the size again. Our stage size is 1200 and the height is 680, and preferred size for ScrollPane is 1100 and 650. Now we will rebuild, and we will run the file. This time, if you see, I increased the size of this ScrollPane, and horizontally, if you see, I have to scroll and see different portion of the document, and I can do vertical scrolling as well. That's all here in this example. Thank you for watching. Bye.